Okay, into my association will be a mere short say baby I fine ha. Hey, all sports GH or YouTube nyakopon you won't come. Let's get going. Here, Monko. First of all, holiday CD. One fan chame. Now say at least. I said I'm flew to say they flew me videos and I made the band 10 times one. But just forgive me. Now say me take it off one or two things. Be it's me a short say. Nini na nini ye mua. What's you say? Let's get going and somebody bebre na wo ho. Me no can say Madrid for Carlo Ancelotti serious meeting na ninyina no say Carlo pressure aba no so no to no so taking decisions bi wo ho a players ni be happy but obey the day say Carlo taking because pressure na aba no so you know say Copa the Rey finals no expected say Andre Lunin and say Eda but what is master for report is Carlo Ancelotti assistant against Master David baby Edru no enya goodie what I say enya goodie sisi a nti no omoyin for mutibu kutu say on prepare for final no crucial game against Barcelona nti no on be luni na asemu bia nyame adomo a omne here take game na being told say Carlo peso oye rotations nti dem say the Carlo Ancelotti ni abre so Barcelona age treble pa no omde abetwetwe omde nti what he intends to do is that about rotate squad against a Tefi. Dodo na abeji o mahome so that they will be ready for the Barcelona game. It is say Carlo any breaba 4-4-2 now boy Madrid previous games and saying then one of it was which means Rodrigo die on so one here born and answer to this any breabo Carlo Ancelotti ni abre Manchester United name Matthias Cunha deal no United for Epe and that obiaya way na United for make approaches matters of all to one to say money problem. I'm at just 62.5 million pounds. 62.5 million pounds. And then they release close. Into United for pa. No negotiations. And ya fe na moba. Na ya bet na senior mama cafe ne dabi. Ten kasatinti o money adaje. Into United opa. Bet just 62.5 million pounds no. Na beji. Nemo matter say United o makache United for say mo pese chinchini mo pa kwara no dia. Na mu ni sa cash down 62.5 no mo fiscal ni bi nka ho na yenchiche mu fama as installment and also so one option amate say one option amate say vomiting for no ensunya they will do that anyway it is anya some ketu United for no say ade na da mo so mo pa na mo be ne den because nko for no mo nyoma adwen say omu jemu nti 62 na no mo se mo ntu anya sa dia forget it that's the news sir. If you Matthias Cunha so and so eba, well, let's move on and talk about other issues. Now, for the tennis, there's one journalist, the Bia no cancer, Mrs. Yana Pessemano Chancellor Matuamin Samnoso, or Daru, yes, na Alvaro Benito now see. And I know one Madrid supporters, na say, and I know Madrid Bobo against Celta is Atletico Bilbao, na Chesekele Mbappe, Abba. Screens no so na momo Madrid for no mo whistle no say actually say also Madrid fans na so buy no more than it actually say on to see wo whistle na wo jeden wo whistle Kylian Mbappe or say supporters or ye we say mum place him you Mbappe ni Vinicius Junior mu use o master scapegoat boni bia because of Madrid bia yen fans are two players no say there are other players o mu hie pa it is up place I was say whistle o ma place ni bo team we was say eja mo weselo mo na mo jai say dey bia na mo the pressure ekoto Vinicius Junior and Rodrigo go and Kylian Mbappe o say sa na ma ne de o mo hwe no mo jai kra na okay no problem na Luis Figo and no lost Ross Luis Figo dey say obo Madrid abo Barca pen into no central for January especially Copa del Rey finally because between these two teams you know questions don't be flow the year pa na Luis Figo no mo bisa na say Champions League, you know, why they your favorite? And also no the or experience. Boy, you are Bobby Baby. Obey me, I can say Paris Saint-Germain. Or the experience. So for no, physically they are in a good shape. They are playing well. They are getting consistent results. It's already. Or feel say okay say why na begia. Already you feel say likely a bit me akọ Eddie ama PSG. and on be sans Hans Flake adwuma obo Barcelona we hu no ana some men na work and I say no correct when we Hans Flake elbo adwuma yi so no nim Hans Flake e adwuma why ye wo Germany ni other previous job na oba no nye too sure Hans Flake animanim ya obetime the ideas na Barcelona ma Barcelona akonanim in terms of so anye need that say e possible say near man be call fast but say oh you very very surprised so far Hans Flake buy all of a sudden as a say near man kra akọ fast kra dia man do say oh you surprised but because when susu Hans Flake djuma no ba be no be call fast sa and no en some Louis Figo en so cheche ni semu ana so nchofo ni se wo fa e pese bisa question kakra we are sure say Madrid for AJ Lake and now so moje Copa del Rey no a baby pa supporters ni su say Champions League no menti nyanje ana and Figo say hey won century ni wa go bisa question wo na wo cause Madrid problems no and say for some mind I speak say hey wa question na will be say chere say and also where question is say bibisa and century ni say look question na bibisa my supporters because when I say ko Santiago Bernabeu we ko supporters no we still support or we still team you know just omo nya happy I don't think na bibisa was that question no it's okay supporters no more yes and nyo mu nyina na Madrid supporters kakre bi and a whistle na other ones no so omo whistle na other na bibisa ka positive one na negative ni na opesa bibisa Louis Figo affairs you say what's what will cause the problem no and so Eddie Madrid was Jesus anyway Vinny and Madrid negotiations for contract extension and I could be some I was curious to know but I say everything is positive just like what Vinny said previously say he want to remain at Madrid yes and society into Enchekra they are looking forward to say Bibia so ebe ye na fe Vini enso atoa so enso Madrid nti me pamcho me kra na me curious to know say that ben na mo ye den na kwa Santiago Alcantara FC Pedri no ono abo midfield ni bim dana akwa na ife ni Pedri no oye fantastic player and was Pedri no ono on consider say oye the best midfielder we asem kwa because people say Pedri is the best midfielder so yes sir what the Pedri ashe box mu kakra open the best place we assist here. Pedri don't just put him in one box and say or the best midfielder. Osakwan only born brutal. I know you're somewhat Thiago Alcantara so eka Willian Estevao Chelsea makwada anwa and Chelsea expert so obabani agent Andre Carey say enche akwada anu ba bedru Chelsea see about Club World Cup ni wie pe na boy no obelande enso e wo Chelsea se na kwada na oba Chelsea no or ye world class player na ba na oba Chelsea ni oba Chelsea no aba make history hey senior man tubu afi na kwada ne ba kwada ne pressure se boy no e ba history kese pa e wo Chelsea na manfo nyikom no omonhwe de e be cost nam so king no problem mate hwe Tottenham Hotspur so any man you say afi omumienu se no masi aka bom esa no Man, you cried the German one summer per striker because Ramos Hoylund 27 games one goal. We, the United striker Butianica. Chia. Enti anya mo wasa Matthias Cunha deal in Abaso. Even Tutu Sports reports and then there's a lot of story linking to Tutu Sports say United for ne Osimhen nkofo aka sacred room pepe so bi aka toro bro na United for person omofa. Well, we wait and see for the final confirmation but clearly anyone koye for United and Tottenham Hotspur. United and Tottenham Hotspur last year and now Tottenham as at this stage, now Tottenham at the 5th position. You understand? Now Manchester United at also 6th position. That's our time. Now Tottenham at 60 points. Now Manchester United at 53 points. So you can imagine. You understand? Tottenham, but Afi she say United were 38 points. You can imagine 38 points. Now 53 I know what last year. Was also dropping totally cra. Tottenham are not also a numero. Say or also 16th. Into open two teams are dropping to be very honest. United Tottenham was even Tottenham was for crowd the air time because we lose to 8 games a fee. Out of 17 games our both we lose 8. They say Tottenham they almost 18 in total. They've lost 18 games in total. I mean you can imagine time of Pochettino team. Pochettino spent like 3 seasons. His last 3 seasons, also 17 league games. 17 league games. You ask Postecoglou so far. we lose 80 this season in Guam. And see, just say clearly, Tottenham this is yeah, be. And you want to say, what's one Nottingham Forest? As sounds for Baba Sheno. Say, I'm a league table. That sounds what done because Nottingham was pay. Sheno was share Tottenham was pay. Now sounds my league table not done. Into me, Pamcho. We are Chelsea. We are Manchester City. You say we summon these two clubs power. City, Chelsea. Any other back going to me and qualify you. Liverpool toss. In fact, Liverpool the lead. The league in one match 79 points. Arsenal toss me 66 points. 3. Aye, Nottingham Forest. They say when jump pass about tosso miensa over 60 points. Newcastle tosso at 9, 59 points. Enum aye Manchester City 58 points. Chelsea tosso NCA 57 points. Aston Villa tosso at 7th 57 points. It's, you know, share from the 3rd to 7th 60, 59, 58, 57, 57. It's just 3 points separating numbers a position number 7 to 10, just 3 points. And the City near Aston Villa, boy, you can imagine. City and the Omulu Super no, they should say goodbye because send your DDCI tight, you know. Tough, if you say first 5 never call Champions League. In the Anya Bia, Bakuba dropping. At the end of the day, table ni muaya, she say, Pride will be a jai, a Sorwa Samka. Champions League slot no Premiership no say we say den kra de ai afia be yiru Alan Shearer no mko bi sanse wofa table ya yaka one asem sisi teams be na osusu say o me qualify Alan Shearer so the senior man okasa iti and o say wa hwe fixtures ni mu Chelsea fixtures no mu odin pa o say Chelsea fixtures no mu odin na asanso a check other matters o feel say teams mienu and they cannot make it into the Champions League slot no Chelsea any Nottingham Forest. I'm saying we Chelsea if we be do what them. I'm saying Chelsea need Nottingham. Chelsea need Nottingham. I want to me more. Say you know you need Demba ba. Senegal ni obebo Chelsea striker Demba ba. Demba ba there will be a kind of Chelsea in Liverpool. You know, Steven Gerrard equatishi your far ball in the boy. I don't name said do one the kind of Demba ba say look. On Jim to say Chelsea, like strikers. Also, I share Chelsea team no more for no money. No person analyze or look at someone like Christopher Nkunku. What about Premiership? No more person or making it in. Name I say issue with Chelsea. Experience and personality. Also Chelsea here someone or jenny mo timu za or experience or some sort of personality no. Sa de no and as Chelsea anyway ni someone or jenny mo or commander say yeah me na me striker no. Also Chelsea ni sa de ni be and no and the Chelsea problem power I dream why as say penny for solve up to now they cannot solve it. And as training back could be say na ko palma so as a man na can dey afford oh ko palma penance name Kopam only experience. It is a way a young guy na oba. Oba born, maybe drew baby. Oba fat ya, oba bed drought, be an own goes, be a performance snack of form. And honest experience players with team anymore. They will help you get back to your normal. I say that's Sanya Maui and AC. But unfortunately, I say Kopama ain't ni sadie no. What I say? Inti I was so no anka struggler didn't pim until say bia or back to normal. And I'm say yeah, Radi is to Kopama. Inti I know I and someone on also a very interesting conversation. I am hearing say Chelsea for you likely say Flip Jockinson any Belgium for goalkeeper I'm fan from Genk Mike Penderson no ebia up the back come Strasbourg next season said Petrovic ebe back to Chelsea goalkeepers no more rotating no kwa ha no ya be sha into no yes mpanyufo no eguso omo dwendwen ho say that is the initial plan they have say sade no omo ya ebia betimi aboa Chelsea nam so okay and also so nya bad I think say Mike Penders ontimi be that premiership no mu straight is I doubt though. Anyway, congratulations. They say, hey, but Charlie Scott Parker, so he's performing wonders. So 2020 or the full and full free relegation ever premiership, no. 22 on the cover bomb of Edinburgh premiership, no. And 2025 was at the Burnley Edinburgh. It is Scott Parker na on the midfield one who say ya na yeshadi. Say be coach there na say we attending to something else. So someone now ebia na or the clubs for any free you know lower tier the no do mobile premiership one mobile so onya de no mo de apamono yeah Scott Parker who na money but I think it is good and you're bad cry anyway let's move on Manchester Tata Martino former Barcelona former I don't know coach Inter Miami Matisse Santos for NNA Casa say, just so available. One person come fan on now, Obekochi, Neymar. Tony Neymar, ye Juma or Barcelona pain. I say, hey, Santos. We were here that Neymar, Yana, a pushy any deal. Anyway, Martin say Bukayo Saka so contract extension come on akon anymore. I likely say Bukayo Saka extend the contracts now. Oba be the highest paid player at Arsenal. And see what omo de ne call one of the highest paid players at Premiership no. That is the conversation and also whereby you say I likely say send your money AC Ekeka kono die. On top in fact first three Premiership highest paid players no. Bukayo Saka and so Ebeka will be them okay and also so Kenya bad crowd anyway. Let's move on and talk about other issues. Alfonso Davies and now I was Twitch no so and Okasaka saja and no church any injuries the one also oh injury no. I say ball na air kono. O te say na nine no obi aboni nine mama na nine no. I say, or send a nine ko share grass in mu na a drew no pains or so of fame, no say sharp pains of fame, then yes, and get to maybe or say not on feeling a nine, as and a nine, no, I am not on feeling a nine, you know. I want to say, Charlie, the prano a serious injury. I say, one who say the prano a serious injury. And Pampa, when you fall, check here, ACL as they say, or Tifia, Janka crack, or trying to recover into so guswa, or any recovery, no. Na or yes, someone they be our bubble no usro injuries. Say something injuries, slow down, but unfortunately, it says I didn't be and so etimi atono. Flowing Vits by Leverkusen for midfielder no. Matse say boy nanka sanka sadi say or you very much convinced with how Pep Guardiola atcheche the tactics say oba be do be fa be do be sia be do be say. Nemum boy nanka say busuan for professor nka akwada no entina Germany kakra ansa obekọ Europe wako Europe. What I say? And now, yes, Xavi Alonso no sunya call Real Madrid. Ebia boy na dwen so be to follow Xavi Alonso there. It's a flowing vit in Ankasa. To be very honest, I am being to so on taking the decision. Yes, so are you confused? The object says, oh, who do you want? Anyway, talking about confusion, no. Bayern Munich for goalkeeper Alexander Nubel, I'm gonna come out Stuttgart. Bayern Munich force you confused. They say almost a mama boy in some row because say Obama no ya ho. Say so Jonas Uimek so elder go ne come. What I say Timata say Bayer Leverkusen for na airpe Aji goalkeeper no and if Stuttgart for same say Bayer Leverkusen I've told you say they want a goalkeeper. They are in the market searching for a goalkeeper. You know Alexander Nubel they no and so they kwa kwesi no. Anyway, Malik Thiaw AC Milan for defender 23-year-old of Germany na Thiaw matter say Bayern Munich Bayer Leverkusen for akwan ho. Say AC Milan as a monton akwara from my no Samsung brand kurum Leverkusen reason why they want Malik Thiaw they say on person be replace Jonathan Tah set they were beka wa bontin say they finally free club with Mwako but matter say AC Milan for budget above 30 million euros it's Leverkusen for yay o mata ko free na wako akutua 30 million euros for Malik Thiaw Lothar Matthias then anwa to Jonathan Tah situation no say na one pass by Leverkusen for Arsenal makoda we echo because on the board what I say ka o ton anka obenye sika kakro say na one afa so Bayern Munich for last year na ka wo so butua sika na mo fa Jonathan Tah and mo so tiwa man boy na buy free agent as say clubs be brain na aba boy no but to say two clubs no I mistake in losing Jonathan Tah. And I'm okay, no problem. And also the Kenya bad. Victor Lindelof, the Martin say, what's that now? No, the coach Rubina Moribeka say, Victor Lindelof only him because of personal decision. I have been told, they say, the Emma Lindelof a free camp. And I don't know many Leon Ibebon say, say, neba, neba get here, my one. I asked more. And so I could only teach you for Mamma Neka, the scale, no. It's now someone rushing to hospital, no, operation. But I say, operation now, I is successful. And then Yamiasi, Sadie, we the scary say, or camp, and my friend say that AC now was so dim. We can get it. Oh, Sanya, they are hungry. Nico pass, Madrid, a quadra now, no, come out Kumu. Na Opkobisan and Semester. Wo maybe Argentina national team to suffer only Mexico boy. That what was the experience? And I say na bra boom started so obo boni in the best time ever na bra boom aya bra only Messi park so say omo bobo say Messi is the best player. What I say Inti no so no nya kwan se oni Messi bobolo say some moment no forever and ever obe cherish ye pa and also nan say omodita system ni ye pa say ono oye fortunate say time na Madrid no he got the opportunity to play alongside Vinicius Junior and Jude Bellingham nemum sense training ni person or expanding na players nso so wabo Vini wabo Jude Bellingham was one of the players so opena some odi born bo pa Lamine Yamal or say Lamine Yamal or a fantastic player and I'm say yo yati anyway former Barcelona and AC Milan for director ye friend brother and now ko bi san say enche Barcelona ni Inter Milan bebo why director the Barcelona pay na Milan kurum so what's now pay how do you see the game and was wa hwehwe niema no omo time no na Barcelona team no na ye fantastic or say sa time na Barcelona enimu ye ekire ye but nene Barcelona yi do so ohunu ye that's a man papa you can also we say they hunu you say enimu Barcelona for do enimu dia omo she goals but ekire wo no or say kwine dey chiro papa ntino say obi susu say Barcelona team a enye hu say or say enye hu you forget to cry dey chiro no edo one of say obi a wire director dem Barcelona okay kasa sabro anyway but when for me sabro so figure don come and say senior man wo hwe Barcelona game a wo Lamine Yamal and so hwe no or say Lamine Yamal or example edema players aka ni nyina say say na akwada ni big game ebo no or say we akwada we is playing krana o prepare for big games ahwe say na Lamine Yamal efa so prepare for big games say akwada no or you fantastic the way he prepares for big games and or say Barcelona ni Inter Milan game no kwasem no say two teams no so obia with different styles nemum ade ba kwa ya no oti ewo media ne mu ni sense nchefo ni bi pese ya no mo kasa wo Inter Milan de e defense nko o say wo adwen ye o say Inter Milan defense nko na mo ya de ne o ya mistake because Inter Milan ball na wo no enye defense nko ankofo no o mu ni ball na kasa ball anu nko bi sanse Copa del Rey final senior kan wasom kakra ana o say edu wa ye behwe de obehye na Classico na sanso ye Copa del Rey final or say Ireland dynamics no esesakra na one team psychologically omo ya ahead and the other team so a team omo ya unpredictable and the job for say the na uchichi also onka mo ankasa muni enti bako psychologically omo ya ahead and I presume it is Barcelona and also bako ometimi surprise you anytime obia and I'm also assuming that is Real Madrid. And no ensema Luis Figo and so Key no problem. La Liga for Barcelona for Mobwa. Masha da dia ba bontin se Valladolid game no mo atwere krata dia ba La Liga for say enka time na this year sa na ju 8 no kayen famre wi se na be ya mo ba gima home abo Inter Milan La Liga for ne se nya no kra mo twere krata bia fama wo nto so aba Barca de La Liga for some crowd. Almost a no cre. Inti, almost we can't throw the go up so some subano match or musim. Inti some Namokano. I get a crack no problem. Anyway, and the sports newspaper also Flick gets tough. Flick gets tough. Meetina, and drop the 170 bro say on the place this year shall bomb and I their chair place need be bench and no more and almost what capture Mundo Deportivo newspaper or say don't stop Barca. Don't stop Barca. Inti Barca men I cry form ni niam mo pick it up. E ma munjai asia ija popa fra we free no and almost so a capture and so e was come very interesting conversation. Anyway, let me tell you some of the tsunami from bro. Charlie, one other thing I wanted to highlight to you this week was the fact is they say when you say Claudio Ranieri by Roma, about 17 games. They've not lost a game. Hey, I was no 17 games. I mean, team Ananka battle for relegation. He now they say Europe next season on Kobe. Charlie Claudio Ranieri, fantastic. Honestly, say when you inti, nyamya do more we ya odisi. Nothing we je kwan ama afofro so so aba beto. So but very strange. What I say, Fernando Carro, by Leverkusen for sporting director and could be some story be about bontin say Jabi Alonso nyame adomo ase Real Madrid for ba o release clause bi nti say Madrid be tues can no senya no kre also when you release clause be the man name of gentleman's agreement be na da say Jabi Alonso club be banners a club no Jabi Alonso abosa club ne pen on beti as a gentleman agreement no but o say you release clause nti yen sansam na amanfo keka say release clause chido obi any Harry Amas on say and now we make you Manchester United debut you know games no and almost a capture our screens no so ede ama almost say eja we make you debut and afi almost so ama ade kakra also the best sign with them enti Hansa Flick and Central Force so e could be sebisa no questions back community and say you know Barcelona are playing against Celta Vigo and could be say na sorry Barcelona playing Mallorca and could be say na no want Celta Vigo but one of those observations we had was that say na no defenders no ko nim na na last man no akwa Frankie de Jong and no I was style and say a mistake and I say no kra analyze game wo hu sa na niam ni bebre sisi wo game ni mu a ono wan kan cha place ni so monye sa into o analyze games sa mfum so na sisi wo games ni nyina o hyebo se o correct sa mistakes ni nyina what I say nti area sama and ko bi san se nan se ya tete sa place na ya na say bebre na you unhappy and also what ya say place bebre e you unhappy what I say but the here ye pan say omo a professional players nti say mre do no cast omomra baba because only taking decisions nti ni nyina no say he understand that at this stage players no obia person bobo ni bi obia person kire say I as so ka Barcelona bobo ko but only taking decision into be taking decision with regard to what bre ana so ho den to say nti no ene de enyan bibia amfa ma no what I say I'm okay no problem and now no you must check for bisan say yat Lewandowski ko ka say eye wow Barcelona team ni kwa ekoyi ni nyina obia mo abaso na sansam no no kre and that's the first of all the most important thing no say on so person bo place ni nyina abaso isan say omo they been professional in name all can nyina na place na eti they are improving every single day into say Lewandowski e bo na abaso say ono so e bo the entire place na abaso say they've been very professionals they've been very professional in Juma so far almost so any need and I say Ferran Torres nyame atuma without Lewandowski no obetimi abobo ni bi na Ferran Torres onimrika tru or someone aboard be din na no odimbo ne bo so on Barcelona a lot of dynamics e weni bo ntino they will analyze the game and put in Ferran Torres e wo position a ebetimi abo Barcelona ye person say he's one guy who he thinks say obetimi abo Barcelona ni bebre and ko bi sanse coach yi na nzen ya realize some games na mo bon munyi adaje kra mo de rest na sansam no wo kan den e na de a kire mpanyimfo na o say what can before say mpanyimfo nsensan bibi but for now no de omunya nkan hwe no ono coach no obe manage situation no just like that say ne be koyi enso e de ama Barcelona na so no problem Matisa Fedi Valverde he's still not fit but he's been playing throughout injuries. They say on complaining because Barcelona na Madrid na ope na odi boss I say he's not fit. That is the story I am hearing. So still now on your feet. There's a story that Mohamed Kudus, one journalist close to West Ham United is reporting and say Kudus next season will be for West Ham United. I say West Ham United for create Pisca. And he say Obi Kudus came in on the Brave West Ham. I almost say we Jaima Kudus Ako. That is the story. And so free one journalist close to West Ham United and so Ediba Anas Lahari a Moroccan investor. He's very close to Florentino Perez. Yes, or no, and so far, according to Rio Marca, Omuchim say ono na saying no all convince Papa I fed Florentino Perez and say Yankee club beats Yankee Jumanti say it's Yankee club. It was because sa investor na push ya sanka Yankee club and me Jumanti say ono na the name no feel say Yankee club is one guy who could have done the job for Barcelona. Easy Helena Kudus and HM say look they tell me say test again akwan pushi pa de nya sam ketwa matter say mpanyimfo no dwendwen wo say Copa del Rey mo fa ni encalist no so maka say Champions League na chiso we o just sheshin free but league no any other game that he can be part matter say e likely say obde no meka team na eko for the Copa del Rey but dane de you say who just sheshin in better but he will be part of the team na me say Saudi Arabia see penalty say akwano why because I am being told the same so far training na akwani si no nyasam ketwa Okay, and Resate a coach at Mallorca say I was some suffer. No one say game number against Barcelona, they will suffer. But to say he's suffering and they need to be very, very composed. They say and not any the only way they can win against Barcelona. And also some more attack here. Or catch any place and say I was so many kukudro and they attack and yes you stroke kakra because if you attack with Barcelona with courage, into also that is the game planner. Almost any era players or say or no correct place be brebre. But ninyi name no obe analyze na fi we choose the right place obetimi abobo. Sports for report say El Hilal, El Nassr, El Ittihad, Mpanyinfoɔ ɛwɔ Barcelona. And they are trying to convince some of the senior Barcelona players. The conversation says Rafinha is part of the list. Arroyo is part of the list. Jules Koundé is part of the list. Christensen is part of the list. And that is the story. And also if he sports as well ever. Kani Chukwuemeka, Niko Kovac your coach Edema. Borussia Dortmund say can Chukwuemeka or your game changer or banana we are of Chelsea ba or say akwano send we see abeboa no or you very very quick say ba some more attack here or say can Chukwuemeka or bonaba so ye pa because of buy no or the because here aba be team no well Correa de la Sport for reports on my idea Joao Felix so say that I'm say AC Milan for Barca omo control chacha senka bia Joao Felix befa na kadi so mo bobi ye pan konkra benya nka season na benewe ye na nka Joao Felix Chelsea for mo be fa mo player de ko because I said amfa mo nyina agya tum say amfa what I say ade no so enye o ma try de wo so mo ye bia mo say fa na emfa enti e be fa mo say Joao and about 7 o'clock, Manchester City, any Aston Villa, and Barcelona, and Mallorca game is 7:30. Now, for what you're telling you now down. If I see, let's answer about 4 fraud, bro. You come on, count. Adios, bro.